It's 4:58 on Saturday afternoon. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Pompey 1. And like you, good listener, we've just had to put up with 7 minutes of added time. Have they no humanity, these officials? Why do that to us? They could have blown the final whistle after about 65 minutes and no one would have cared. The Pompey fans would have got home half, three-quarters of an hour earlier than they're going to. 1-1 was fine. Steve Bones said it would be 1-1. Everybody and his wife, or her husband, said it was going to be 1-1, and 1-1 it was. Nice for Blair, though, wasn't it? What a good touch he had on the ball, because people can miss those. You know, you see the reels, don't you, on YouTube of people missing open goals like that. And he got his foot on the ball, absolutely dead square, and in it went. So, well done him. It was about all he did in the first half, but it's about all he did in the game. But if all you're going to do in the game is score a goal, then you're worth your place. So, we'll see. What else? Oh, some pantomime stuff. There was no demonstration that I could see. There were people in the crowd wearing high-vis orange jackets who were part of some sort of protest, who just looked like... It looked as though there were a load of stewards in the ground, which there weren't. The ground was strangely empty at one end. Still don't fully understand how that sort of thing can happen. And a ball boy got in trouble for running on the pitch to retrieve a paper aeroplane. That doesn't happen every day of the week. And what else? Oh, some Pompey players kept falling over. Just falling over, trying to do step-overs, trying to, I don't know, look dandy, I suppose. And down they went. Bambi on ice. Do you remember that bit? If you've never seen Bambi, I hope you've never seen Bambi. I'm not a great fan of those sort of Disney saccharine-laced animations, but I'm told that there's a great... In fact, I have seen it as a sequence taken out of the film and shown for being great animation when Bambi, a very leggy baby deer, gets out on the ice and can't stop falling over. And that's what we look like on several occasions against Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday, there's something of the mucus cold about Sheffield Wednesday. It always has been. I can go back with them a long, long time, and they've always been workmanlike, is a good way of putting it. Equally stuffy. Stuffy is how I'd put it. Stuffy. And they were stuffy against us. They had some stuffy players, some of whom were very good, very effective, but there was no one there with any silky skills. And I'm not saying we were rich in silky skills, but we had Josh Murphy, and over on the other side we had Blair. And then when he came off, let's hope there's no injury there, of course, on came Gordon. He didn't really threaten, but quick feet. It's clear our manager likes quick feet out wide, up front. Quick feet. I will not use the word pace because it's a much overused word. Not that long ago, people were fast or quick. And then all of a sudden, the buzzword became pace. And of course, Josh Murphy has all of those things. And there's different types of pace. If you can get up to top speed in 3 strides, you are going to go past people. And that's what Josh Murphy does. If you stop and look at what he does, he goes past people in 3 strides. Or at least he gets just ahead of them. Just ahead enough to get that cross in. And that cross is worth its weight in gold. So one of the experts, I think it was Andy Orford, was saying there's probably been some work on the training ground to get Josh Murphy able to get those left-footed crosses in, which are worth their weight in gold. And it happens. And there's not a lot you can do as a defender if somebody is half a yard quicker than you. What are you going to do? Anticipate that he's going to go past you on your outside, so you favour that, you go that way, you take that half yard off him, but then you've opened yourself up to him coming inside. And we know that he can come inside and do it with his right foot. He's a handful. Who else was a handful? Lang was a handful when he came on. He's always going to be a handful. He's a handful type player, isn't he? Colby Bishop was there and thereabouts all the time, working back a little bit deeper than sometimes we've seen him, but doing it well. So well done, Colby. Atkinson. Doesn't he get there first? And don't you need to get there first? Every single time. Tell you who struck me in the Sheffield Wednesday game, and that was Freddie Potts has got a lot of little tricks. First off, he won't take 2 touches if he can take 1. If you give him the ball and he's not sure, he'll give it back to you. 1 touch. If there's something on, he'll take the touch and then he'll pass it on. Today, he had one little moment where he must have carried the ball 15 yards and had 3 or 4 touches. And he must have been exhausted because he hasn't done that much running in most of the games he's played for us. But he's a class act and we're going to miss him. We're not going to miss, because they're going down, Alex Robertson's Cardiff City. How's he feeling? Going home tonight to his luxury flat in Cardiff. He chose Cardiff over us. And now he's back in League One. And Dettol when Kamara comes with Hull for our last game of the season, and they've got to win to stay up. And he's going to look a bit goofy for picking Cardiff. I know, money was involved, of course, and the agent said, look, 4 million, and of that you get, I don't know what, I'm just going to guess, 400,000 or something. Your cut of that is this, and that will pretty much set you up for life, so go to Hull. However, they may go down too, so it'd be really interesting to see that 2 of the players that we came to love so much during our title-winning season in League One, Kamara and Robertson, are going to go down, or might be both going to go down, and we're going to stay in the Championship. So I think it's a message that should go out to the people who are saying that it's the one person who's saying it's disgusting, actual word used, that the Eisners haven't bought 2 or 3 players for 10, 15 million quid. Disgusting. Well, it's not. It's damn good housekeeping. We're picking up people that we're able to get not just the best out of, but more, I think, than ever they knew they had. However, there wasn't an awful lot on show of that at Sheffield Wednesday. I spoke to Mick Robertson at half-time, and he said, it's a bit dire, isn't it? And I said, you know what? Oh, just grab a mouthful of tea. I said, you know what? It's like a pre-season friendly. And it was really. I mean, they had a couple of players who were going at it. Windass doesn't know how to do anything but go at it. Lang doesn't know anything but how to go at it. And that's good. Marlon Pack came on and was regal. I thought, regal. Now, he's got a game in him against Hull. And we'll just leave it there. But he's got a game in him against Hull. The goalkeeper? Well, it was clear to me that they had said they're playing a reserve keeper who's not really, scaled the heights. So get your shot in early. Shoot from a distance. Because it might go in, it probably won't, but you'll be telling the goalkeeper that you know that he might be flaky. This is part of the psychology of football. If you think the goalkeeper might be a bit nervous, get lots of shots in the first 10, 15 minutes from 35 yards, because the message that's coming to the keeper is, we think you're vulnerable. But he was fine. There's nothing he could have done about the goal. The goal was ridiculous that they scored. Absurd. Their goalkeeper should get an assist for that, because his pass out from the penalty area that set the whole move up, that resulted in the goal was superb. It was one of the best passes of the day. You know, goalkeepers play the ball out now an awful lot, but this was a defence-splitting pass along the deck from the goalkeeper. So there was that. Apart from that, there wasn't an awful lot. Conor Ogilvie could have got one in. He attacks the ball in their penalty area because he's a defender and he knows about attacking the ball. I wish more strikers, more forward players would take a leaf out of the book of the likes of Conor Ogilvie and attack the ball in the penalty area rather than fade back behind your centre halves in the hope that they will miss the ball and you'll get an open goal. Attack the ball. Get in front of your centre half. Get there first. Get the ball. And then, you know, if you screw up, hey, at least you've had a go. You've got a touch in the area. Hiding behind the centre half, hoping that they'll guff, is fruitless, largely, at this level. So well done, Conor Ogilvie, on that. What else? Not a lot, really. 7 minutes of added time. For what? For what? I mean, how do they justify that? We all wanted to find out, you know, get to our screens and find out what the other scores were. Find out what else was going on. Find out who won the 4:45 at Sandown. But no. On and on it went. And then, as Mick Robertson will tell you when he does his piece, stand by for that, it's coming up early on Sunday morning, the referee blew for a free kick and then waited for the free kick to be taken before he blew for full time. And Mick said, why didn't you just blow before the free kick? Somebody's fouled somebody, just blow for full time. Pretend that you blew just before the foul or whatever. So a load of old nonsense. It was a pre-season friendly. It was disappointing. Steve Bone will quite rightly be cock-a-hoop because he gets so many predictions right, scores right, and 1-1 it was, which is what he said. And so well done him, of course. But apart from that, I think I'd rather have been in home base.